Multiplying rational expressions. So 2 steps to remember here. Factor completely and cancel common factors on the top and the bottom. Then multiply across, meaning multiply all your numerators, all your denominators, and then check if you can simplify again. So first thing here, we got a factor. So if you just have numbers, there's no pluses or anything up here. There's no trinomials to factor. So we got to look and see if we have common factors. So 36. So that's 9 times 4, and then that's times x. And then on the bottom, we have 9, and x squared is times x times x. We're going to multiply that by, well, 12 is 2 times 6, and then that's x to the 7th. I'm not going to write out all those 7s, all 7 x's, but I think we know they're there. So it's 2 times x, and then here this is 5 x times x. So now we need to go through and cancel stuff that's the same on the top and the bottom of each fraction. So that 9 will cancel. This x will cancel that one. This 2 cancels. This is going to cancel one of these and leave me 6. And there's nothing here. Now we're going to go through and we're going to multiply across all the numerators and all the denominators. So 4 times 6 times 5. So 4 times 6 times 5. Let's do this this way. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 times 6. So that's 120. And everything else is canceled out except this x to the 6th. So we get x to the 6th up here. And we're going to get x times x times x. The bottom of this is going to be x to the 3rd. Now we do need to simplify one more time now that we have all this together, because we're in one fraction. We've got x times x times x times x times x times x up here. We got the same thing down here, 3. So those will cancel 3 of those and just leave me an x to the 3rd. So this is going to be 120 x to the 3rd. Something a little bit tougher. So here we need to factor these trinomials first. So I'm not going to draw the boxes for each one of these for sake of time, but I think we can factor those off to the side if we need to. So all of these have coefficients of 1, so they're actually easy factorings. Factors of 5 that subtract to give you -4. That's going to be x minus 5, x plus 1. Factors of 2 that add together to -3. That's going to be -2 and -1. Then we're going to multiply here. This is the difference of squares. So this is x minus 2, x plus 2. And down here we want the factors of 10 that subtract to give you -3. So that's x minus 5 and x plus 2. Now let's cancel anything that is the same in each one of these fractions. So this one doesn't have anything that's the same right now, but here we have an x plus 2. Now when we're going to multiply this thing all the way across, we're really just making this one fraction. We're going to write all 3 of these terms here. X minus 5, x plus 1, x minus 2. We're not going to multiply anything back out. Fractions are always better. Rational expressions are always better completely factored out. Now we're going to leave the bottom. So we're going to go, this is x minus 2, x minus 1, x minus 5. Now that we have one fraction, anything that's the same in the top and the bottom of this thing will cancel. So I like to start on the top and look forward to the bottom. So x minus 5, that'll cancel. X plus 1, there's not an x plus 1 down here. X minus 2 is here and here. So that leaves us with just x plus 1 over x minus 1. And there's nothing else because those things are joined together with a plus and a minus, so we can't cancel them. That's simplified, and that one's done. One more. So with this one's a little bit more challenging with the factoring. We've got some common factoring in here, and there's actually going to be a difference of squares in here as well. So let's just be cautious. So 4x to the 3rd minus 9x. So first off, they have an x in common, which leaves me 4x squared minus 9. This is where the difference of squares is going to be. 2x minus 7 doesn't have anything in common. It is just 2x minus 7. We're going to be multiplying that by, let's look at common factors here. 4 and 14 have a 2 in common, and an x with the x and the x squared. So that leaves me 2x minus 7 here. And then 4x minus 6 has a 2 in common. That's 2, and that's going to be 2x minus 3. Now, before we go and we actually finish simplifying this, we want to factor all the way down. That right there is going to factor again. That's a difference of squares. So that's going to give me x, 2x minus 3, 2x plus 3 on the top, and nothing else about this is going to change. So now I'm completely factored down, and I can look for some common factors before I put all of this together and make it one fraction. 2x minus 3. So the only thing that cancels right now is this factor of 2. Everything else is different, so it looks rather messy. But that cancels, and now let's make one fraction and see if anything else cancels. So we'll just write everything on the top. 2x minus 3, 2x plus 3. And now we have another x and a 2x minus 7. And remember, all those things are being multiplied together still. So we can cancel top and bottom. Now this is 2x minus 7. And we have 2x minus 3. So let's go through and cancel out the stuff on the top and the bottom. So there's no x's on the bottom, so neither one of those are going to cancel. There is a 2x minus 3, so that goes away. There is a 2x minus 7. There is not a 2x plus 3. So everything in the denominator cancels. So this is going to be over 1. And what's left is x times 2x plus 3 times x, which you would want to simplify and say that's x squared times 2x plus 3, and there's no need to put it over 1. That'll be our final answer. Let me know if you need help.